Apes A Go-Go by Roman Milisic, illustrated by A. Richard Allen. Once upon a time, there was a lovely town. It was so well kept that it was set to win the tidiest town competition for the 3rd year in a row. Everything in it was perfect. Everything except for one flower, which had grown a little taller than the rest. Bah! That pesky flower, grumbled the town's persnickety mayor. Luckily, a passerby at the very moment heard the mayor's complaint. It was Fussy Great Ape. Why, all it needs is a little nudge, said Fussy Great Ape, who liked things just so. I can fix it, Mr. Mayor. And delicately, he did. Unfortunately, he trampled the entire flower bed in the process. See what you've done, you Fussy Great Ape, cried the irate mayor. Oops! Fussy Great Ape winced, but not to worry. I know just who can fix this. And before the mayor could say a word, Fussy Great Ape lifted his head, pounded his chest, and yodeled, Bogo Pogo, Apes A Go-Go, which is how great apes call each other. Minutes later, who should turn up but Muckety Great Ape, a brilliant gardener who took one look at the flower bed and said, I can fix it, Mr. Mayor. Yes, he replaced the flower bed. Unfortunately, he muddled up the whole street in the process. Gah! Look at what you've done, you mucky great ape, barked the mayor from under a mountain of dirt. Oh no, cried the sorry ape, but I know who can clean this up in a jiffy. So now both great apes threw back their shoulders, pounded their chests, and hollered, Bogo Pogo, Apes A Go-Go, summoning Sopping Great Ape, who positively loved cleaning. He took one look at the muddy rumpus and said, I can fix it, Mr. Mayor. And splish, splash, he did, causing a huge flood in the process. Why, you sopping great ape, roared the furious mayor, water pouring from his pockets. Yikes, said sopping great ape, but worry not. Up went the ape's cry again. Bogo Pogo, Apes A Go-Go! And along came thumping Great Ape. What you need is some drain holes, he said. I can fix that, Mr. Mayor. Biff, bam, pow. And he did. Kind of. Oh, you thumping great ape, wailed the mayor. My beautiful town. It looks like Swiss cheese. No good? Asked the hairy fellow, who had, after all, drained off all the water. In no time, the apes were pounding their chests again and raising the cry, Bogo Pogo, Apes A Go-Go, to summon Sweeping Great Ape, who knew exactly how to get rid of holes. Swishing and brushing, he got rid of the holes all right. But unfortunately, he got rid of everything else too. Arrgh! You sweeping great ape, frothed the enraged mayor. My town! Ruined! Which was as much as you could get from him, as he was now rolling on the ground, gnashing his teeth. Now let's stay calm, Mr. Mayor, pleaded Sweeping Great Ape. In a bit of a panic, there was one last solution. And together, all the great apes lifted their heads, pounded their chests, and called at the top of their voices, Bogo Pogo, Apes A Go-Go! And who should turn up but Baking Great Ape? Well now, dears, I'm sure I can fix this. Baking Great Ape smiled, for she had some experience in fixing disasters. Then she baked a huge cake and put a little piece in front of the mayor, who through his tears took a nibble. Mmm. And then a little more. Yum. All the townsfolk and all the great apes had a slice too. Someone brought balloons. And you know, people really started to enjoy themselves. Meanwhile, the great apes were doing a fine job of putting things back together. Maybe not quite as perfectly as before, but with plenty of charm. At that moment, the mayor realized that maybe there was more to life than a perfect town, like warm cake and good friends. He may not have the tidiest town any longer, but it just might be the happiest. Well, that was delicious, said the mayor as he polished off the final crumb and folded his napkin neatly. But who's going to clean up all these plates? Allow me, Mr. Mayor, said Smashing Great Ape, who was near at hand. The mayor thought about it for a moment. On second thought, he said, I think I'll do it myself. And he did.